About the rest of this final table, Vince.
We'll be right back from the World Poker Tour. Hello, beautiful. Oh, yeah.
No one to play with. So play online at partypoker.com. It's fun, it's easy, it's the world's largest poker room.
You folded?
Hi, I'm Lou Diamond Phillips, and you're watching the World Poker Tour.
Well, at this stage, we welcome you back to the World Poker Tour Invitational Tournament. Lane Flack has a monster chip lead. But these other players at the table, Vince, they are sensational superstar poker players. David Chu, Min the Master, Tony Mall, all players of the year. And they know how to play a short stack.
Absolutely. They're geniuses here, and it's going to be on Tony Ma first to act. And he's got a 10-7 offsuit. He smiles, looks around the table. He's going to fold his hand.
Jerry Buss folds an ace-deuce offsuit.
Now David Chu has ace-10, and he's going to raise it up.
He's in position. He raised with ace-10, as he should.
Lane goes out.
Lane folds a queen-3.
Now look at this.
Now we're up to Min the Master win.
Hallelujah, man. He's picked up a huge hand, a pair of kings, Cowboys.
And believe me, Min is a poker master. Make no mistake about it.
Now look at the subtlety. Look at his face. You don't pick up anything from him. He's got a huge hand. He's trying to act a little confused there.
Now he's looking back at his hand again. Right now, inside, he's jumping for joy. He's on the short stack right now in this tournament, but he is thrilled to pick up these two kings.
Oh, look at
we
this.
certainly know he's going to play this pot.
Look at this, trying to contain his glee, how to play it. Min the Master looking around.
And notice David Chu studying him intently here. Is he going to go for this slow play and acting job or not? All in.
Oh,
He bangs his chips in there.
oh, very dramatically, all in.
And David Chu quickly folds his hand.
Oh, he's showing it.
And Min shows the two kings.
He's showing the kings, the two Cowboys. Now, this is a master player. Doesn't have to show the hand, Mike. Now, why does he do this? I know this annoys you when players show their hands.
I think it's a mistake on his part, and I'll tell you
do.
why. Because now David Chu knows that he folded an inferior hand, so he's got to be feeling good that he laid down that hand instead of played it.
Yes, but he's the master. I mean, he must know what he's doing. He's obviously advertising that he only plays great hands so that he can sucker you in when he has nothing.
Most of the player, they try to wait for the hands. I have to push my chip in and make sure that I got to take that pot.
Well, Min the Master's got to feel good about picking up his first pot. He had a monster hand, two kings there.
Okay, Jerry's going out, as is David Chu. Lane Flack also going out. Now it's up to Min the Master, who's already got a little money involved. He's already in the small blind.
He calls 2 more thousand. Now look at this. Tony Moss picked up an ace high and just checks.
Okay.
He doesn't raise before the flop. So we have 2 former tournament poker players of the year in this pot, Min the Master and Tony Ma. And here comes the flop. Ace, Queen, 5, and here comes Min bluffing at this pot.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's trying to bluff here, but little does he know Tony Ma has a pair of aces.
Well, Min's thinking here was that since Tony didn't raise before the flop, he can't really put him on an ace here, so he's just trying to steal this pot away from him.
I'm all in.
Tony says, I'm all in.
Obviously, Min the Master's going quickly out.
Tony Ma picks up his first pot. And you see Min's face there. He's not exactly thrilled with that play.
Min was just hoping that Tony Ma didn't have an ace, otherwise he wins that pot, and that's how top-level poker is played.
He's playing smart, that's for sure.
Well, Min the Master didn't look like the master there. Tony Ma making a student out of him.
With Min the Master, it's not too hard to play with him because I know how he plays, so I have a lot of strategy to play with him.
Okay, Tony throws away a deuce 4. Jerry going away with a 10-8.
Now, David Chu, who's raised with a 6-7 of spade before, is on the button with it.
Yeah, he's got that special hand.
And he throws it away in position this time.
It's kind of surprising.
Very interesting play there. Lane calls with a 7 and a jack.
Now, man, the master has a 4-3 offsuit. Let's see what he does with it.
Now, he could raise here or take a free flop.
I don't play hard against you.
And he's going to make a freebie here happen.
You thought with the $2 million in chip?
It's Jack 7 versus 3-4, and look at this.
Wow.
The master has flopped 2 pair here.
Oh, look at him, and he's checking it. He's doing a little fur trapping.
Yes, he is. Now the 6 of diamonds
it
comes
again.
off. Well, I don't like
Last
that
card
check.
comes up.
The king comes off, Lane checks, the master bets. I don't like the master checking that hand on 4th Street. 4th Street brought a straight possibility and a flush possibility, and Lane could have made either a straight or a flush, and the master checked it on 4th Street. I think that was a very bad check by the master on 4th Street there.
So, in your opinion, even masters make mistakes at times.
Even the master misplayed that hand, I think. He still won the pot. Doesn't mean I think he played it correctly.
Well, it's going to be on Mr. Chip Leader, Lane Flack, first to act. And he's got 6 queen of clubs. He's not going to play.
He folds.
Back to men, the master. Now he's got a king and a 10 offsuit this time. Look at him squeeze those cards. Trying to make something happen, squeezing them slow. It's always an exciting thing when you're in a poker game.
He's reaching for his chips. He's going to raise it.
Yes, he is.
Men, the master brings it in for $12,000 with the king 10 offsuit.
Tony Ma has a deuce king.
Jerry Buss folds a queen 8 offsuit. And look at this. David Chu in the big blind has picked up 2 jacks.
Oh, man.
Fold it to David in the big blind.
A big hand by David Chu right here.
Now, how do you play it, David? You go over the top, and he is. He's going over the top. He's going all in, Mike.
Having men have exactly the same amount of chips, 64,000 apiece.
The crowd going a little crazy here. They like this action. Now, men says, here's another fine mess I've gotten myself into.
That's what he's thinking right now, because the king 10 sure doesn't look too good when a man moves all in on you.
He's probably a little annoyed. He played the 3-4 last hand, a little weak, and now it's snapping back at him. Oh, and he's going to make him count it up.
He says, give me a count. The count's going to be, it's going to cost the master about another $52,000 to call. That's what's going to count is going to result in. And does the master want to put in his last $52,000 with a king 10 offsuit?
Now, you see the great thing about how these guys play is that they don't let you breathe. I mean, men, the master makes a nice solid raise, and these guys don't just play passive like you do in a lot of home games. A lot of average players will just call it maybe with the pair of jacks. They're scared. These guys play bold. They go all in.
Well, it's the correct play because you don't want to give a guy a chance to catch a king on the flop. So David Chu's made a very good re-raise here.
How you get more than me now?
Get bigger.
Shut up. I'm not talking to you. Of course, everybody bigger than me, I'm short. But don't tell everybody. You gotta tell the whole world.
Well, he's over here laughing and giggling, but inside he's not laughing. I can tell you right now he's got a big problem.
Oh, no, he's a wounded cowboy right now.
And if he calls here, he knows he's gambling just to try to outdraw his opponent.
He's not going to do it.
He folds his hand.
Well, David didn't have the straight face there. He gave away that potential tell of being happy. Sometimes they say when you actually give a nice laugh, that means that you're being honest with your hand. You have a strong hand.
That's the real tell to men right there was that David Chu moved all in on him. That was the real tell.
I'll tell you something. These guys are great poker players, and there's a little actor in all of them. But I'll tell you, when it comes to tells, those little signs that someone is bluffing, who better to talk to than actors? And that is what Shauna Hyatt did for this edition of Poker Corner.
A galaxy of stars have passed through here on their way to the Academy Awards. Good film actors get Oscars. Good poker actors get rich.
In the realm of film and television, an actor's ability to effectively portray a character can garner great respect and even greater paychecks. But can these masters of make-believe translate those same tricks of the trade to the game of poker?
I think if you're a good actor, it helps you.
So I'd like to think I have a good poker face.
So I'll be able to fake it the whole time.
If you're a bad actor, it's going to hurt you.
These cats, you know, they can just read your tells all over the place.
And reading your opponents is only half the battle. So just what did world champion poker players have to say about our actors' chances today?
When you're playing with celebrities that are not poker player, they're very unpredictable.
I have to pee.
You can definitely intimidate them, and even though they have the best hand, you got a good chance to take it away.
I'd be really surprised if one of the actors win the tournament.
The pros may have the upper hand, but what did the stars themselves think of their odds in this event?
With these guys, you know, it's straight up, it's real poker, and they're not messing around.
The amateurs can get lucky, but the celebrities that were at my table, they made moves like a celebrity would make, and they didn't get lucky.
And if all else fails, funny man Dom DeLuise has some practical advice for the No Limit Hold'em challenged.
Say nothing to anyone. This is your hand, right?
Okay.
And then you go, look, there's a caterpillar, and then when they're looking, you just go. And then you say, I think you have some sauce on your lip. Okay. See? Yeah, oh, my heart. Oh, my heart.
Mike, we have had a great turnout of people. Can you believe this turnout?
Well, you're right about that, Vince. The World Poker Invitational is unlike the other tournaments we do on the tour. There's no entry fee for these guys. You have to be invited to play in this event, and they're playing on a $200,000 free roll here.
Oh, man.
So you got to love it.
I think all poker players love to hear that word, free roll. Absolute freebie. Okay, it's going to be on Men the Master again with a King 3 offsuit. I love how he squeezes his hands. He really takes his time.
Notice how he cups his hands and protects his cards so his opponents don't get to see what he has. This is a lesson for everybody watching this show. You need to protect your cards when you're playing poker.
Tony Ma's going